Welcome back to another episode of Built Different with Levi Wanner after a small little hiatus of me studying for my pilot's license.
It feels like it's been a long hiatus.
It's been a hot minute,
Yeah.
so we're going to switch it up a little bit here today. I'm going to talk with, I'm going to interview Cozi about being a real estate agent and her start, all of that kind of fun stuff, kind of get down. A lot of people are getting into the real estate business and they're not sure what they're in for or what to expect.
Right.
Get my first form. We're not sponsored yet, but shout out to Andy Priscilla.
Just waiting on that sponsorship. It's fine.
Just send energy drinks. That's all I'm asking. All right, so let's pull back the curtain a little bit into what it's actually like to build a real estate career. The wins, the sacrifice, the myths, what separates successful agents than everybody else. Because in most markets, every market that we've ever seen, like 8% of the realtors do all the business.
The kind of like standing thing they say everywhere is 20% of the agents do 80% of the business.
Yeah, because everybody gets into it because they watch HGTV.
They want to make their own schedule.
Right. Yeah. So let's just start from the beginning.
Okay.
Way back when. How many years have you been in it?
Almost
now?
10.
Almost 10.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
Flew by.
Yes. So kind of tell me how you got your start. Well, let's tell the audience because I know I was there.
So honestly, I kind of started working real young for you, and I think you were just working there too. And I got the receptionist job at a property management company at like 18. So I was basically like Cam is now at his job. I showed up hungover every day.
Black eyes.
No black eyes, but I was hungover all the time. I was just like a shitbag kid, but. So I did that for a long time, and then I just kind of went like job to job. And then actually you pushed me to get my real estate license all the time, and it took me a long time to do it because it's a big jump.
Yeah.
Right? Going like straight commission's a big jump. Plus from like working in property management, you saw the real estate agents, and I was like, I just don't think that's my vibe or like my gig. But so it took me a really long time to do it. I don't even remember how you finally talked me into it.
So my initial vision was, because I was already a real estate agent and I was starting to build houses, my original idea was that you would kind of be an assistant around the office, do any paperwork and stuff like that we needed to do. But then you took off right away and did fantastic. But before you got a real estate license, you were kind of jumped around a job to job. And the reason I want to touch on this is a lot of your jobs was customer service based.
Yes.
And when you're a real estate agent, you're basically customer service all the time.
Yes. Also, even like looking back on it, every job I had like a little sales aspect to it, to where it all kind of like fed into, like it just was like years of me learning different sales.
Yeah.
Right? So property management, you price out like, hey, I can rent your house for this much money, and then you go find a renter to do it, and then the company makes that in between, right? So the trucking, because then I worked at a trucking brokerage, which was like the same thing. They give you a list of customers, but you have to go get the business, right? You got to follow up. You have to call them once a week. You have to whatever and try to get their business. So you got to build their trust, and by following up all the time, and you eventually get their business, which real estate's the same thing. You're just not handed a customer list. Even going way back, really young, being a desk clerk in a hotel. Yep. It's sales.
Yep.
I worked for a guy from Pakistan, and it was like everywhere in town was sold out, and we had a lobby full of people, and we had like 2 or 3 rooms left, and I kind of started like auctioning them, and he was so happy. But it's like, I instinctively knew that like supply demand, right? So, but all of those jobs were kind of a build up to all those little jobs had like, I learned.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a lot of this stuff, we're going to debunk some myths about real estate agents, so I don't want it to sound negative. So looking back at the decision to become a realtor, would you do it again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because it provides a great income if you work it hard. I don't want this to come off as a negative, don't become a real estate agent because you want to make your own schedule.
Right.
Yeah. All right, that first year, what was the biggest challenge that you feel like you faced?
It was probably just the fear of failure, right? But even biggest challenge, that was probably my biggest pusher. I wasn't going to fail, so I did everything. I tell Jake in our office all the time, all of the real estate agents get the same training when you start. Everybody gets told the same shit to do. You just have to do it. And so I just did it. I blindly did what I was told to do, and it worked.
Yeah, and looking back 25 years ago now, when I became a real estate agent, the biggest challenge for me, the biggest surprise kind of was, like you said earlier about the client list, you go through this class. The class doesn't really teach you anything about selling real estate.
No.
And there's all of these houses on the market, but none of those people are your clients. Those are somebody else's clients. Mm-hmm. And you get your real estate license, and you're unemployed because you have no clients.
Right.
And for me, the challenge was I've got to figure out how to get clients. So that, and I think that's kind of the mode that you were going there, where you're not handed a book of business. You're out there on your own.
Right.
Swimming with the sharks.
Right. But you get told, everyone gets told the same thing. The other thing is that I started in probably one of the bigger offices in town, which I think was good for me because then there was, 5 to 10 other people that were brand new agents as well.
Yeah.
They weren't going to fucking beat me. Yeah. Right. But to where Tuesday office meetings, when it would be like, hey, there's this open house, I would be like, oh, me. Right. And everybody else was like, what? But I would claw to get open houses, and I would do 2 on Saturday and 2 on Sunday.
Absolutely. Any surprises that you kind of got when you first got thrust into it?
No, I don't think so.
You kind of knew what you were getting into. Well, it helped that I was already a real estate agent. And just so the fun part about this is I had already owned the construction company. Mm-hmm. And so Cozi got a real estate license, and everybody assumed I was just going to give her listings. And I didn't. I wanted her to prove to herself.
But it worked, and I would ask, and he would tell me no.
So I wanted her to be successful on her own first, and then add that business in. So then she wasn't just reliant on the new construction.
Well, right. So I didn't rely on the new construction. The other thing was, even back then, you would always say like, you don't want people thinking you're successful because I handed it to you.
Right.
And it worked. Like literally now it would never even be a conversation of like, the only reason I have business is because of you. Yep. It's never a conversation.
I mean, it's mostly true. But
right.
How was that first sale on that first closing? Because it happened pretty quick.
It did. So my first sale was actually Tyler, my nephew. Yeah. And it came from the broker I was working under told me I needed to make like a Facebook post announcing that I had a real estate license, and I was scared to do it. You helped me write it because I was like, I don't know what to fucking say.
And right? I'm a wordsmith. Yeah,
that too. So I put it out on Facebook, and Tyler responded to it and said, hey, I want to buy a house. So he was my first client. I just was telling him a couple months ago, hey, you were my very first client ever. Did you know? And he said, I didn't have a clue. So, I mean, even though I had no idea what I was doing.
Yes.
He didn't know.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And that feeling that you can actually do it, the negotiation, the paperwork, that people can learn that.
Yeah.
Not the negotiation part as much, but like what you're doing with the forms, and you had me to fall back on to help with that. So, but they just kind of gave you a little bit of validation.
Yeah. And then I'm almost like a little nostalgic for it. I almost kind of miss it, that like struggle part of having to work a serving job while I did it, like having to go hide in the bathroom at Olive Garden and take real estate calls. There's something fun about it.
Yeah. Hardships are fun to look back on, not to be here.
Good point. Yeah.
Not to be here.
Good point.
This next one, this is funny because we've got a new agent in our office at Cozi's Training, and he's our frat bro, Jake. We introduced him on the podcast, and he just looked defeated yesterday. So I'm going to kind of lead you into this one. The one thing that nobody warned you about was the amount of rejection.
And that's why I think a lot of people don't succeed, right? Like I said earlier, everybody gets told the same things to do. You go out you do it, right? I'm sure everybody does it the first time, and then they get rejected. And I walked in yesterday, and Jake looked like he got his ass kicked. He just looked so defeated.
He looked like his dog got it in the pound or something. Like he was.
And I said, "What's going on?" And he was like, he called 13 different people and got told no by 13 different people, but it happens. The difference is you have to do it again. And it's hard because you get kicked in the teeth, and then you have to go
Absolutely
do it again.
And I think for dudes, we're used to this because we get rejected by girls all the time. But like pretty girls struggle with this because they don't get a lot of rejection. The frat bros are getting rejected all the time.
What's really funny though, I will say, even when I first started real estate, I don't feel like I don't remember getting rejected a ton. I'm not going to tell Jake that. But.
And what I always tell people when I well, you didn't call a lot of expireds though either.
No, I did some.
Yeah, there's a lot of rejection in that move, but it works. He got that $2 million listing off of that.
Yeah, remember one of my first listings was expired.
Yeah, and when I'm training people in sales, I don't tell them, when people say no, it's no for right now. It might not work for them, or they might be working with somebody else. They're not saying no because we don't like you personally.
Right.
They're saying no, this situation doesn't work out great for me. So follow up, follow back. All right, so let's talk about what moves the needle a little bit, the fun stuff. If you were to start over, what would you focus on right now? Because times have changed a little bit. Social media has kind of taken over.
Yeah, I feel like social media is more of it just keeps you top of mind, right? Like you don't really sell anything from social media. I think it's still just like back to the basics of like you hammer open houses. You get in front of as many people as you can. You make sure every single person you know knows that you're in real estate. Yep. You turn every conversation you can into real estate.
Which isn't hard because everybody loves to talk real estate.
100%.
And it's the old, dress up, show up, make calls, take calls. It's not.
Well, and we tell Jake all the time, I have Jake doing pop buys tomorrow. Yep. You go to the people that love you. They already love you. They have to know you're in real estate.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you have to constantly remind them. You can't tell them once and think they're going to remember.
Yep.
You have to constantly tell
Ed
them.
Milet says, say old things to new people.
Yep.
Just, you're constantly just reinforcing the obvious that and you get sick of your stuff before your audience does. So that's huge. What did you find that brought you the most consistent business over the years?
Open
and this
houses,
is not going to be
stupid as it is.
This is not going to be the answer people want to hear.
No, open houses.
It's open houses, and we still get a ton of business off of open houses.
I hate them.
Yeah.
You know what the worst part is? The signs. Setting the signs out is the worst part of an open house.
It really is.
Setting the signs out and then the risk of getting skunked. What happens? Yeah. Sunday, we just bolted open houses, and who knew it would be super fucking windy.
Nothing will kill an open house more than wind. People will come out in a torrential downpour, but not the wind.
No. Yeah, we both sat in quiet houses.
The wind ruins everything good in life. Golf, open houses, flying. It just ruins everything.
Yeah.
This is something that I'm preaching heavy these days, is we are in the relationship business. And it's a lot of realtors think that, we sell Ashley a house and then it's like a high five and we're never there again.
Right.
How do you go about building those relationships and staying top of mind? Because we want the front end business, which is that sale, and then the back end business, which is the referrals, the next time they buy a house.
Yeah, it's just, again, that top of mind, constant reminder. We do a monthly mailer, a monthly email. We do postcards. We do client parties. We do the pop buys every couple months. I have Jake going out today. He's going to go buy his past clients with sparklers. It's 4th of July. Right?
Sparks are.
Yeah. I already told him, you're going to stand here. I said, go to a fireworks stand. And then I was like.
How important is follow-up?
The most important. Follow-up and speed. So... Yeah. Which is hard the busier you get, right? So the busier you get, I tell someone hey, yeah, I'll get you these listings. The faster you are, it's cake, it's butter. That's where your money comes from. But I have 35 other things going on. I can't get to it into where I'm like, oh, because the busier I am, the more I'm missing that part. Follow up. You know me, I'm the queen of follow up. I will call you until I die unless you tell me to stop calling you.
Yeah, unless you die or you tell me to stop calling,
Yes.
I am going to follow up with you until it ends.
More than one occasion, I have been like, fuck, I haven't followed up with this person in 6 months. I still do it.
Yep.
Well, I feel embarrassed.
I've seen you personally follow up with somebody so many times, and you have a string, a thread of texts where they've never responded, and then a month later, they're like, hey, we want to look for a house.
Yes. Or I'll get like, hey, hey, my name's Fred. This guy told me to call you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
Absolutely. So that's that back end business that we always want. What's the biggest waste of time?
Oh. I waste more time than anybody, and I can't think of what the biggest time waster is, but I am the worst.
Yeah. I guess reframe the question. What's the biggest time waster that new agents can do? Like going to the ML meetings,
That's all good stuff, right? Because you need to familiarize you have to be the expert. You have to familiarize yourself with the market, what the pricing is, you know what I mean? That's all stuff as a new agent. You should be studying the market every day.
Yeah.
I should be doing it now. I should be looking every day at what new listings came on the market, what went whatever.
Under contract.
Yeah. Yep. I think of all the stuff they tell you to do when you're a new agent, nothing is a waste of time. You need to do all of those things. There's not one thing where I'm like, you shouldn't do that. That's really stupid.
It works.
Yeah. But even going to the Touton tours and those things, that's just a way to it makes you the expert.
Yeah.
Because then and everybody wants their real estate agent to be the expert. You say it all the time. Go out and drive around the new subdivisions.
Yeah, absolutely. The new agent should know every new subdivision in town, so when your client asks you about it, you're not like, well, I don't know.
Right.
Isn't that your job to know where houses are being built?
Well, right.
And, come on, are you a rookie?
Sorry.
So to a new agent, everybody sees everybody on social media, all the agents, doing their social media pushes. Does social media really matter that much?
Yeah, it's just it's like a piece of the pie, right? And the social media is more of a top of mind. Because then you see it all the time. No one ever likes my shit.
Right.
Right? But
not even the people that work with us. Ashley never likes our shit.
I know.
She just sends me gluten-free recipes. That's all I get from Ashley.
Yeah, no one ever likes my stuff. No one ever, but they see I'm selling houses. They know that right?
They know you're busy.
Yes.
Yep. One habit that has helped you succeed.
Probably just consistency. Fucking everything. Right?
It is everything. It really is everything.
I'm fucking Jake right now. He's got all these trips and whatever. And I'm like, dude, get your ass in the office. You need to be in the office following up with people consistently day in, day out. Right? It's a grind.
It is. It's not a one swing. You got to keep swinging the bat.
Right.
I will say 75 hard has helped a ton. Gets us in the right frame of mind. All right, now we're gonna get to the fun stuff.
Okay.
The biggest myths.
Myths?
I do. I sound like I got a lift.
Myths.
All right. Myth number one. You make your own schedule.
No. God, no. You work weekends, right?
Yep.
We always say people that buy houses have jobs.
Yep.
So I have to work when you're not working if you want to buy a house. Today's what? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I never know what day of the week it is because I work every day.
Yep.
I'll be out showing houses till probably 8 o'clock tonight. But that's my job.
Yeah.
So.
And your clients make your schedule is kind of the point.
Yes.
You don't make your schedule.
No.
So, realtors work part-time.
No.
The successful ones don't.
No.
Some do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some do. But it depends on your goals. If you have part-time goals, you work part-time hours.
Love that answer. That's a good one. Realtors make easy money.
No. No. That's what always makes me laugh, is it does seem like people are always like, you get paid how much? And then at the end you want to be like, hey, can I play like a reel of your stress that I took?
Yeah.
Because that's what the job is I take other people's stress all day and I fix it. But I get yelled at.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they don't, when you first start, you don't realize that you're paying all your own expenses.
Right.
You're paying your marketing, your lock boxes, your signs.
You have to pay, $1,500 a year just to be a member.
Right.
Yeah, it's everything costs a lot of money. You have to pay
Yep.
for the pictures, you pay for the staging, you pay, so.
Yep. The social media that you're putting out,
Yep.
everything that you're putting out costs money.
Yep.
So real estate is just opening doors.
No. If you've ever bought or sold a house, you probably don't realize all the nuances to it, right? Ashley, you bought a house. We knew everything about its history, everything about whatever. You have to fight with the bank. You fight with the other realtors. You have to make sure they're getting into a good house, because my biggest fear is always selling someone a house and then having them call me to sell it when they want to move and being like,
oh yeah, yeah. Well, and you're dealing with contracts. These are people. There's a lot of money.
Yes.
You're dealing with contracts.
Yes.
You're dealing with other agents. Some are great. Some are not great.
right, you're dealing with the stress they have of moving, and it's a big deal. But the other thing that's funny is, as a buyer or seller, right, your stress that you're going through. I have 15 other people going through the same exact thing at the same time, right?
It's an emotional
like,
roller coaster.
Oh, yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. The other thing that makes me laugh, I feel like Saturdays at 8 p.m., I tend to get a lot of like, hey, do you think we should lower the price? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's always like the most random time to where I'm like, this is when
And there's no boundaries.
Yeah, this is when you want to talk about this.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about what kind of nobody tells you.
Okay.
And, passing the exam is one thing. That's the easy part of this business.
Yep.
Is getting through that. For me, like I said earlier, finding clients is the hardest.
Yes.
I mean, without the clients, you've got nothing to sell, because you're selling a service.
Mm-hmm.
You're not selling
I'm not selling a
product.
product, right? Yeah.
That's the hard part. Nobody hands you business. No one gives you that book of business. You're building a business, is what a lot of people don't understand. You're building a brand.
100%.
Your name is your brand.
Well, and you're building a business. I had to learn this the hard way. Taxes.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you have to pay your own taxes every year. It's
Yep.
weird. And
They don't automatically take them out.
and it goes fast. Like, I'll be like, all right, I'll cut up. And then I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a business, and you have to treat it like a business. And then it's like, but that's not something anyone teaches you.
No. Consistency is the most important part, and relationships will always win out.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's got their relationships. Kind of the pros. Let's go through your pro list here. What's the best part of your gig?
Honestly,
Dealing with me every day?
no.
Yeah, way better.
Honestly, helping people, as much stress as it is and as like crazy as it can be, and dealing with people's stress when they're going through these big life changes, is like helping people navigate that. It's rewarding when you like get to the finish line and they're happy.
It's kind of fun at we have that Thanksgiving Day pie party that we invite everybody to. And just over the years, it's grown and grown and grown, and all of the relationships that we've built. Mm-hmm. Like, you've got some interesting stories, some crazy real estate stories that go with each one of those faces.
Oh, yeah.
And it goes in there. I've seen you personally grow in the last 10 years. I think 75 Hard's helped a lot. All of that. You're creating a much bigger impact on the people that you're working with than besides just the money that you're making.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the money's nice.
Yeah, but it's just, at some point, money's just money, right?
Yeah.
And then it's all the other shit.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah, and the hardest part, we touched on it earlier. You're commission only. There's no paychecks rolling in. If you're not in, what I like about it is you can tell how hard you've been working by the commission checks rolling in.
So remember when I first started, I worked at Olive Garden, and Levi, I remember you telling me you need to write down your bills every month, add them up. And it was like $1,200 or something. Like
Right.
It wasn't that much. My bills every month were, and then it was like you get 6 months of bills in the bank, quit Olive Garden, right? Because I was like, Jake, I fucking hated it, and blah blah blah, right?
Yeah.
So I hit it, and I was like, I just am not like feeling super comfortable yet. So I was like, I'll give it a year. I'll have a year of bills in the bank, which thank God I did, because I spent that whole 6 months on bills that I had, just on signs and whatever. And then once I had that year's worth of money in the bank, I finally quit Olive Garden. But yeah, it's interesting. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, and you got your first pre-sold house for Infinity Homes at the Olive Garden. Mm-hmm. Talking to somebody ordering breadsticks.
Yeah,
and
they were at my table.
Never-ending pasta.
Sold their house, built a house, then they moved to Idaho, so I sold that house, and then she had found out she had cancer. So, but we had dropped a pie off to them every year, because they never came to the party, but we always delivered a pie. And they were like, when they moved to Idaho, they were like, man, we're going to miss these pies. They were like, so I guess we're not getting a pie anymore. And every year since, I've had a bakery in Idaho deliver it to their house.
Those are the little touches, because they still know people here.
Absolutely.
The emotional highs and lows are tough.
Dealing with yours.
Yeah.
You go through your own emotional highs and lows. You're pretty good, though. I just blow you off.
Mine are just violent.
Yeah.
Violently fast, not like physically violent.
Yeah, but you deal with, we kind of touched on it. You take on other people's
And then
stress.
losing deals.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. And then, you and I deal with this pretty good. Always feeling on.
Yeah.
Like you're always working.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy for us to switch gears. I know a lot of people struggle with that, need their personal time, that kind of stuff.
I have, I guess this is kind of getting into your next part. Balancing it, it's like sometimes I just need like a couple hours
That's
to
crazy.
decompress. Yeah. And then I'm good. Like, don't talk to me for a few hours. Don't call me. I'm not going to answer my phone for a couple hours.
It'll be interesting when she goes to Italy in September for 10 days.
Well, I'm taking my computer. I thought about leaving it, and I was like, I can't not have my computer for 10 days.
My wife's
That's
like, there's no
crazy.
way you're leaving for 10 days. Not a chance.
I'll be busy. Sightseeing, Vatican.
Fighting in the Coliseum.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk. One of my favorite topics is mindset.
Okay.
Why do some agents make it while others quit?
I think we kind of touched on it already. I think it's that the fear of rejection.
Yep.
And then once you get rejected a couple times, you're scared to do it again. So you just have to keep going.
I also think it's you have no boss and you don't show up.
Yeah.
I think that's a big one. People aren't, and then once people get a little bit of success, they think, oh, I've got this figured out. And then all of a sudden those deals close and then they've got no business and they're like, oh no, I've got to start from scratch again.
100%. Also, it's right. So even when I first started, that was another thing that I did was I was in the office every day. I showed up at 9:00 every day at the nobody else was there except for the really top producing agents were in there, right? And me.
There's a reason they're in there.
Yeah. And I didn't have enough money to pay for my own office in there, but they had cubicles. So I'd go work in the cubicle and I would try to be like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll make flyer, Mm-hmm. One of the things though that I feel did help was you hear how they talk, right? How they're talking to their clients, how they're talking to whoever. And I learned a lot that way. I also got one of my first deals from being in there because she was like, hey, you want, I don't want to represent this buyer. Do you want him?
Good.
And I was like, yeah. But had I not been in the office every day, I had to keep a schedule,
Yeah.
which I think is what's hard for people is all of a sudden you don't have anyone telling you
Yeah.
when you have to be somewhere, which is brand new. And then you want to take a bunch of advantage of it. But even now, if I don't go to the gym in the morning and I'm like, well, I'll go to like the 11:30. I never get out of here. How many times have I been here and I've been
She
like,
wastes more time than anybody on the planet.
I've been here for 7 hours at this desk and I haven't left.
All right, let's have some fun with it.
Okay.
Working with family. From your perspective, what's it like working together?
Yeah, it's fine. It's easy. I know what to expect from you. Right? So it's not like I know if something's going to piss you off, I know if something's going to make you happy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I also know you'll get over it.
Quickly.
Yeah. You've tamed your little temper
I have.
a lot in the last few
I haven't
years.
thrown
You don't even
anything.
know, Ashley. We were just talking about the other day that Ashley has seen us fight a couple times, and she said it's scary, and I was like, you have no idea.
Oh, my
I'm
dad.
used to people fighting.
Oh.
Because I just hide.
We
We
grew
both
up-
go, oh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What I love about it, and we joke about this all the time, is Cozi and I can, be mad at each other, be like, oh, F off. And then it's like, okay, where are we going to lunch?
Yeah.
Because it's fun. And we bounce ideas off of each other. I tell her hers are stupid. It's a real nice dynamic.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a little rapid fire.
Okay.
Buyers or sellers?
Both. Do you have one you prefer?
No, they both pay great.
Yeah. I'll take both.
Biggest real estate myth?
The making your own hours thing.
Okay. Dream listing?
Probably like a $30 million ranch.
Love that.
Yeah.
Hardest transaction? You've had some doozies.
Yeah. I
The
can't
one
even
with the
tell you.
easement?
Ugh,
Recent-
yeah, that one didn't work out. But I've had some where remember I know I've had some where we sat under contract for 6 months trying to get
Yeah.
something fixed, and it did end up closing. There's a hardest transaction. I can tell you my hardest one right now because there's always a fire.
Always. All right. This podcast is called Built Different. Kind of a little play on being a home builder. But what does being built different mean to you?
I do think honestly the built different part is the consistency, which is so
Showing up when other
stupid.
people don't.
Yeah,
know?
that's it. You
Yep.
show up, you do what you're supposed to do. You do the things that work, even if they don't work instantaneously.
Yeah. Love to win or hate to lose?
I'd love to win. You know that. I fucking love to win.
Yes.
I will dance on your grave,
All right, let's end with one last question. If someone were thinking about becoming a real estate agent, what's one piece of advice you'd give them before they jump in?
I think it's that you have to show up every day.
Make it a
You're
job.
not. Yep. You have to make a schedule. Show up. You have to be your own boss. You have to hold your own self accountable.
Yeah. You have to be a driven person. It doesn't come easy.
Let's look at my little buddy Jake over there.
Yeah.
Jake had control of his own schedule because now he's doing some assistant stuff for me. He would roll in at noon.
2 o'clock. Let's be honest.
Work for an hour. Now I have control of his schedule because he's doing a little. And realistically, I just make him get here at 9 and he works on his own shit all day. He hasn't done anything for me. He's getting busier.
He's getting busier.
It's really weird.
It's not brain surgery.
I just got to keep him fed in there, but he's like a little garbage disposal. He'll just, if I don't
He
want the
will
rest
eat
of something,
everything.
he'll eat anything.
Our little frat we got going on here.
He told us yesterday, if you were like, do you want to go down to the rail yard and eat a cat? He was like, I'd be like, okay.
We do have a fun. It does help when our culture is fun here. We have fun. We make fun of Ashley for being a little weirdo, but we love her.
She does her own thing.
She does her own thing, and I appreciate that about her.
Yeah.
We don't need a bunch of us running around.
No, and she doesn't fall victim to our peer pressure.
No. No. Well, we're going to end you with that. Appreciate everybody for being here. Till the next time, build different with Levi Wanner. Find me at Levi Wanner on Instagram.